Last couple of days I've been working really consistently. I wouldn't even say really hard. It just kind of feels like how things have supposed to have been for a really long time. Like I haven't been in this like death scroll of like social media nonstop and like this like spiral of like wasting my life just doing nothingness. Like, I don't know, I don't feel so mean anymore, or like lost, or like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Me trying. Are you humping me? Stop it. Are you fighting me? What is this? Is it my pants? We doing a YouTube video, you getting inappropriate, you getting spicy on us? Caught red-handed being spicy. Don't smell my finger. What in the hell? And then she gonna look away. While I'm talking about my work and life, this one over here being extra spicy. Like, what's wrong? You mad because the boy not here? The boy at grandma's house? My German Shepherd is at my mom's house. My mom has said in the last 2 days, he has dragged her to the ground 2 times. This one yesterday. So, I had to hit her for the first time yesterday. Not necessarily like hit her. I had to physically restrain her. I had to like jump on her and my hand bled. Because I I was sitting at the laundromat yesterday, and because in my unit I don't have a laundry. The downstairs unit has a laundry, and there's a few laundromats in my neighborhood. So I walked to the laundromat and decided to bring this little chunkers with me, and we go to the laundromat, and I'm sitting outside and far enough away on the opposite side of the parking lot, and a man was walking across the parking lot, and he's holding his laundry over his shoulder, and he looked at me, and I felt him look at me. And so I looked up, and I saw him look at me, and I acknowledged him, and I went back to looking at my phone because I was on my Discord app. I was saying good morning to my Discord community, and proceeded to go back onto my phone, and I could tell that Layla was still alert and looking at him. And oftentimes people his age range and stuff, he just continued to stare and continue to stare and continue to stare, and he kept walking through the parking lot continuing to stare. And I just was like, I'm gonna just ignore him. Whatever, some people in some cultures, that is whatever they stare. In the Bay Area, that is not our culture. We do not stare at people. That's not a thing you do. Just stare at someone and make eye contact with them. I don't know where that's a thing that they do that, but I understand in some people's culture you could just stare at people, and that's okay for you. But I'm pretty sure people know not to stare at dogs. Like, why would you stare at a dog? Anyways, she didn't like it, and she started to tense up, and she broke through her leash, because her leash is like this, like a clip leash, because she's never done it before. And so this thing, excuse me, for her close up, this snapped and came off, and she broke through her leash and charged him and rushed him, and a little bit like went on the attack. And it's like why were you staring at us? Why were you staring at this dog, knowing that she's on full alert, knowing that she's leashed, like does not like what you're doing, and you're walking toward us? Like, I couldn't have perceived this, because she was standing close to me, but the closer and closer he got, and he's staring at me. And the thing was, you know, after all the dust settled and after all the things happened and I'm bleeding and I got my dog and I had to take her home and all of this, and I get back to the laundromat and he decides to hit on me. And I'm like, are you dumb? You have to be dumb. Like, you just caused this whole traumatic incident between me and my dog, and you could have got seriously injured, all so that you could just hit. You gotta be the dumbest. It was just so... like, I just couldn't, why was he, like, I was just glad that he had his sack and his stuff, and he was like, and I guess the way that it could have been perceived, because he was walking pretty, you know, so but anyways, over the last couple of days with my ADHD meds, things have been going a lot better, a lot smoother. I feel like I'm out of a fog. Things aren't 100% better. Like, I'm not learning new things. Like, I don't feel like I have the capacity to, like, take on new things. I have a constant headache. I'm tired all the time now. Like, I have the mental space to do things. Like, I'm a train on the right track. I just have no fuel. Like, I'm not hungry. I have no appetite, so some people have suggested taking Ensure so that I could get the calories in that I need to, you know, have the fuel to keep going. But it's like, you know, when you don't have like calories and stuff, you kind of like catch a headache, you be nauseous, so I was dealing with that for a few days, and then it took me like a couple days to catch up, and like I didn't want my work schedule to be impacted, so I just kept like pushing through it and pushing through it and pushing through it. So we're gonna push through it for a little bit longer and, you know, keep going. The apartment's gonna be up here in July, so I have to fly to Florida at some point in time. We'll see how flying to Florida goes with this ADHD and working and all of that. Like, man, I really don't want to have to stop my work schedule and pick up and go and deal with this right now. Like, I really don't want to have to leave and go and deal with this right now. This is like the last thing I want to have to go and deal with. Right when I'm getting my life back on track, I have to go and deal with old problems from 2 years ago. That's always how it is, right? You know, one thing I will say that has come up from over this last week is I've noticed that with taking the meds and having this, like, okay, I'm gonna do this and like get on schedule to do stuff, it's like, okay, I need to be at work at 10 a.m. And then, you know, like with her, this interrupting my like laundry, and, you know, I was about to be late because I'm like bleeding and I'm having to deal with this and I'm like running late, and I'm like, there will always be something that's gonna like get in the way of like going to the gym. There's always gonna be something that's gonna be in the way of like doing this project or this assignment or getting to work on time. And for me, I just like this week was like, nope, I'm just gonna do it. Nope, whatever's in the way, I'm just gonna do it. And that's been my motto this week. And like, shit, things have just been getting done. They've just been getting done. Like, there's been so much stuff in the way this week, and like I've been pushing the stuff that's in the way back and doing things, and like instead of pushing things back And it's been really, really, really helping and like improving my mental health a lot. And improving my outlook on like my week, my successes, all of that. Are you done being spicy girl?